Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Look, y'all. H-Town, I ran into Issac Moore, the great designer, right? But I got to set this up about the resiliency of Houston, Texas, right? We all know J.R. Richards pitched for the Astros. Brother went homeless. They found the brother, and Houston supported him and brought him back to life, and he's moving and thriving. Although he passed in 2021, much love, RP, J.R. Richards. Houston Astros, great pitcher. But following along the brilliance of Houston, we got Issac Moore. Brother Issac, welcome to the show.
Man, thank you for having me, man.
Yes, sir. But we're going to get a quick brief because everybody don't know your story, but those that do, you were homeless at one time.
That's for sure.
Right? And what was the circumstances that led to being homeless?
I mean, it wasn't anything that led me to being homeless. You know, that's just where it was just set up like that for me.
Right.
You know, like, I'm born and raised from Houston, Texas, 3rd Ward, Texas, to be exact. And, a lot of people choose to be that way. I just literally came from that way. And that's where my resilience came from, of not wanting to not have a home or not wanted to have a car and things like that. It just really gave me a lot of drive and a lot of determination to not to have these things. You know?
Right. So, now let me ask you this: Did you have, was that a focal point that gave you drive to say, you know what, I want something. I see myself a certain way, because sometimes a lot of people give up.
Yeah.
And they don't have that energy inside them to say, I can do it. They just accept their fate. But what made you not accept that fate? Did you get, some people say, well, man, I got a confirmation from the universe, or somebody came by and gave me words of wisdom, or was it just, or did it come from internal, from inside?
Definitely internal. I think vision is how things could be, how things supposed to be, how things should be. And sometimes our life is not set up how it should be, how it's supposed to be. But God give us the tools, He give us the vision, He give us He give us certain things to make it that way. And that's why I decided to. I decided to make it what it's supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely. So then what gave you the notion, saying, you know what, I'm finna get into design and creating?
That's all I saw. Like, I always knew I was a designer because I created my whole life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, before I even started, like, designing clothes or handbags and backpacks, I used to just walk so much with a smile on my face, creating things in my head. So just to look at certain things and see what I want to see out of certain things I look at, man, that's what makes me a creator right there. Yeah.
So, but let me ask you, so can you name some of the known celebrities that purchase your designs?
Yes. It's so many. It's keep going.
Right, we got the name dropping. You say throw a name out there.
Yeah, you should say like my favorite or something like that.
Okay, what's your favorite?
Yeah, I feel like my most impactful when I did Magic Johnson.
Come
on. That was really, really impactful for me. Steve Harvey, Hillary Swank, that was a really, really good one. I was in LA when I done her, and I actually was driving her. We was driving in the car for 2 or 3 hours. I took her to her home and everything like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was an amazing experience and stuff like that just to have. But I have every one that I've done, even not just the celebrities or something like that, man. Just all the people, the hardworking people, and decide to purchase one of my pieces and things like that. That's just to create something and people like it and people desire it and things like that, man. I feel like I made it already.
Yeah. I'm interested because that's the spirit. When we say you a Moor or you a black person, you African American, you whatever, we are builders. We've been building since Egypt, since Kush.
Yeah.
So when you talk about a person, the first thing is, you know, you have mathematics, you have science, but you gotta build something.
You have to
create something.
You have to create something, yeah.
And then you bring that out in the universe, and then people will enjoy and want to partake in your expression of how you see life. And it's just H-Town, man, Houston, man, it's so much come out here that people don't know.
Nah, bro. For real.
They don't know.
Nah, for real.
You know, this is where I come right out of H-Town and dealing with the likes of Steve Harvey, bro.
Yeah.
Come from homeless star. And I'm saying that to a lot of the youth. Take this, you know, build from it, and this is a case study.
Yeah.
That way you can't say, I got problems, I can't do it,
you know,
life is hard.
You know, study shows that people can't do other than what they've been accustomed to do. And you can't even see further than what you've been accustomed of seeing. My life been totally contrary to that whole statistic right there. So, you know, my thing is to the youth or to everybody, things like that, man, that have a dream, that have a vision, or you just see themselves more than what they are right now. It's just knowing that, man, you got to commit your whole life to it.
Right.
You know, because the reason why your life is the way it is because you've been committed to that.
Right. Come on.
You know, so to change that whole trajectory right there and stuff like that, you got to commit to something that's intangible and make it tangible by your efforts and stuff like that, you know?
All right. And the last question, bro, how did you come about or obtain the discipline to stay focused? Because discipline plays a part of it. Because you get distracted from so many angles.
I feel like when you buy a TV, a remote control, an extension card, or whatever comes with the TV. So when you have a dream or a vision, things come with it. You understand what I'm saying? People, you can't just look at discipline and look at, you know, like vigilance, all things what it takes. You got to see the bigger part first. Then all those little things come with it. You know, I have a vision. So discipline. I love my vision so much, so discipline has to be integrated in that. You know, I love my vision so much that the right people gotta come to my life.
They gotta come on, bro. Look, this is something AI can't give you. This is real life.
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
This is real life.
So it's all included.
Oh, wow, man. That's powerful, bro. Brother Issac Moore, I appreciate you for being on the show. You got any websites or that you want the listeners to go out and check you out on or purchase your deals and whatnot?
Yeah, you know, like, I never got a chance to, because I was elevating so fast, you know, so I never got a chance to put it out to the world the way that it needs to be put it out, you know, because these opportunities where I was getting, it was coming so fast. So I'm saying, but so that was like a good thing and not so a good thing because I wasn't prepared because I came from homeless. I came from walking. I came from not having a car. So my success grew faster than where I was, my business. So I had to do a lot of revamping, a lot of revising and things like that. And that's what I'm doing right now. So, yeah, so you about to see a whole different Issac and Moore brand. Like, you about to see a store, a flagship store. And so people can really enjoy my creations and stuff like that.
Right. Well, I appreciate the fact that you exemplified the statement, start wherever you at. You gotta start somewhere. You might as well just start.
You have to.
Yeah, what you waiting on? You gotta get out there and get this living proof, y'all.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
Bro, I appreciate your time on the show, bro.
Nah, I appreciate you, bro.
Issac Moore in the building.
Yes, sir.
It don't stop, man.
Yes, sir.